just cannot seem to find time anywhere. Has anybody else seen it? I know we've all had those moments where it just seems like time is running out, but I just read about something called a time audit, in which we are measuring how much time we are spending doing certain things, and then from there we can determine what our availability is for other stuff. And I wanted to elaborate a little bit further on that for you. Firstly, there's a lot of research that is backing up measuring any type of behavior. For example, there are studies that have shown that people who kept food diaries were more likely to lose weight than those who did not, because they become more conscious of how much they are actually eating. Or there was another study that showed that people who labeled themselves as overdrinkers actually reduced their alcohol intake once they figured out how much they were actually drinking. The point here is that once you bring awareness to what you're currently doing, you'll be able to adjust so that you get on course to what you are wanting to do. Number two, we all have 168 hours to spend in a week, and by performing the time audit, you'll figure out what your availability is. So there's already something that's in your current routine, which is typically our jobs, commutes, family time, eating, sleeping, anything else that is already part of what you're doing in a day. Once you get an estimate of those hours, you will subtract that from 168, and then you will have that free time. That usually is about 10 to 36 hours based on the article that I read, which leads me into my final point of how to use that. So we've all got a goal that we've been wanting to achieve, and for example, if you're wanting to be more active, you could add in 30-minute sessions of walking each day. That is only about 3.5 hours each week. Or if nutrition is at the top of your list, you can figure out what day would be most convenient for you to do 1 to 2 hours of meal prep. Or maybe you're wanting to be a little bit more flexible. Adding in 5-minute stretching routines each day would only take up about 35 minutes per week. Now, to make these a little bit more concrete, you can schedule appointments in your planner or your phone calendar, wherever you're going to see it, in order for it to feel a little bit more of a priority for you. Now, I know unforeseen circumstances will arise, but if you stick to any of these things a majority of the day, even if it's just for a few minutes, that will be so beneficial. Even 1% increases will lead to huge strides later on down the road. Enjoy the rest of your week. Perform that time audit, and would you look at that? I just found some time. See ya.